It is now very clear that Kizza Besigye is being persecuted, not prosecuted. Kizza Besigye was arrested in Kenya, not even arresting, abducted in Kenya, spent in detention for days without being tried. But even when he's brought in court, you clearly see that Justice BAGUMA is not handling the case in a civil way. When Kizza Besigye's lawyer were barred from coming, like Martha Karua and Elias Lukwago detained, he doesn't have lawyers. And yesterday during court session, he warned the justice and he told him these statements.
Possibly you may have to try us in absentia so that it hastens the process. We give up our right to defend ourselves. You write a judgment and we deal with the judgment. Well, it will arise. It will arise because even the trial by state lawyers is a matter that we raise the concern about, because we have been hearing it right from the way back that our lawyers will not be allowed to represent us, and indeed they have been tortured. The torture pictures published to the public and all the other lawyers, who after the pictures that were published of Counsel Yasser under torture, now he's being taken to India for further surgery. Who will, if we don't resolve the environment surrounding our... Yes, but you say you don't know where it is. Yes. We have raised it on the 30th, we have raised it on the 3rd. So we are now going to start trial because we have failed to get lawyers. You are providing state lawyers. We have not failed to get lawyers at all. We have the capacity to get the lawyers of our choice, but not in the environment the state has created, which we want court to deal with, so that then we can go ahead and appoint our lawyers and the case continues.
That is Kizza Besigye. For Kizza Besigye coming out to say that he has the ability to get any lawyer, and it's true he can, at zero charge, because there's no lawyer who can refuse to be in Kizza Besigye's case. But for as long as the system is still pending to arrest them like they did to Lukwago, justice may not be served. I don't want to toe the line and discuss the merits and demerits of the case, because that's not allowed in the Constitution. But the way how Kizza Besigye is being handled, based on even when the history has passed through, you clearly see that there is persecution. In Uganda, I always tell people that the judiciary should start judicial activism if you want to get a good country. All countries that develop in democracy and the rule of law, there is a part the judiciary plays. You cannot tell me that almost 2 years down the road, the state has never brought evidence. The case has never been started to reach its judgment. And you want to tell me that that is prosecution. The lawyers tell us that justice delayed is justice denied. We are clearly seeing that there is delayed justice on Kizza Besigye's side. So, purpose of this video, I've come to talk about the issues of Kizza Besigye, what it means for our politics, and most importantly, the study materials you can learn from the politics of our nation. But before I do this, I want to let you know that if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. And if you're watching this video from a different platform, please head on to YouTube, type in Sula Mawagali. There's a lot of content of this nature. If geopolitics and economics is what you want, this will be definitely the right channel for you to subscribe to. One of the most jailed politicians right now is Dr. Kizza Besigye. But even amid these jail times, there is no case that has ever been convicted, that has ever convicted Dr. Kizza Besigye. It is the truth. Every time he goes in court, he spends a lot of time in jail. But either the system fails to adduce evidence, the court has to chase away the case, and I know that it will be the same outcome. Okay? What we are seeing in court is as if it is persecution, and it points to a criminal justice system being used in the system. For as long as we have that kind of judiciary, we are going to fail as a nation. It is the truth. I don't want to discuss the merits of the case because I may be charged for sub judice. But what is going in our courts in Uganda, it is very bad. Remember, there is a case where Kizza Besigye was given a 40 million bail, I think. But in a misdemeanor, if convicted, we would be paying like 5 million. How can you give me a bail of 40 million when higher than when I'm convicted to pay a fine is 5 million? Until he went in another court of appeal, the bail was revised. So there are some judges who don't hold to standards. In a country, for example, if I'm in another country and I hear that Kizza Besigye was arrested, his lawyer was arrested too, another lawyer was barred from the country, now he's not even getting justice. What do you want me to think? And this is not the first time. Remember, even during the court martial, Elias Lukwago was arrested when he had gone to plea for Kizza Besigye. By then, the late Eri Tumwine was the judge in the court martial. So if you love our country, there are some things we must do. And for me, I felt bad when General Kaguta Museveni came out to say that Kizza Besigye is the one obstructing fair trial. Can you imagine a person in jail who's fighting for his rights, and the president comes out to say that he's obstructing free trial? It was a clear signal to all judges not to give other people bail, because that's how the system works.
Of the witnesses, because some people have been saying, you give these people bail, give them bail. Yes, but because they are not Democrats, when we release them, they attack the witnesses. You cannot have democracy without people with the spirit of democracy, with fascists. Why should you intimidate a witness if you are innocent? Why? And threaten. So the answer why we oppose bail is because they come now to attack the witnesses. Now, if we allow the witnesses to be attacked, in the future we shall not get witnesses. And what will happen? The security forces can even start doing other bad things, like if they are blocked, the legal way is blocked, they can start extrajudicial executions, shoot somebody, say, oh, he was running away, he was escaping, we shot him. You should be happy that the security forces are not doing mob justice, because the civilians.
So for me, when I hear those statements, I feel bad. A nation like Uganda must fight for free speech, must fight for constitutionalism, must fight for the rule of law if we want to get better as a country. Of course, this is my PMN is truly Mr. Makinde Kabeso Magali. If you're into this channel, please subscribe, like, and comment so that I'm motivated to do more of such videos. I'll see you on another one. Peace.